Shanae, she'll go. Oh, yeah, she's slimming down. Oh, she trimming down. You see in the beach? Y'all see in the beach? Oh, man, she's trying to make that 160-pound division to face a K Scott. Yeah. She's going to suffer from the heavyweight division and go back down to the middleweight division because she's trying to do it for legacy. She's trying to become a 21-time world champion, huh? You think that's the reason? Don't be fools. Don't be fools. That's not the reason why a fighter of her stature goes to the heavyweight division, climbs up to come back down to the middleweight division to fight a K Scott. No. The reason why she's suffering is because she's still competing or wants to compete with Remy Ma. That's the reason why she's slimming down, folks. And there's gonna be people out there that are gonna be like, yo, but now you contradicting yourself, Punch. You've been wanting her to slim back down to get the high profile names. See, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that a fighter of her stature, right? Let's say in the male division, in the male side, you think of Canelo Alvarez, there's an 168-pound division, the face of boxing is gonna move back down to the 154, 147 to face a Blair Cobb? No. You think Alexander Usyk is gonna go from the heavyweight division and move to the light heavyweight division or the cruiserweight division for who? For Buatsi? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you think that now? Oh, y'all ain't know it's gonna move back down to the strawweight. No, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why Claressa Shields, aka Foofy, is moving back down because she wants to compete with Remy Ma. Y'all already know that she want to copy her hairstyle. She want to copy her going to the recording booth. She wants to copy her how she dress. The Louis, the Fendis, the Gucci. So, the reason why she is slimming down is because she want to look like Remy Ma. As we seen that Remy Ma looking tighter and fitter than ever. She looking good. She looking right. Shout out to Remy Ma, man. She looking 15 years younger than Claressa Shields. That's the reason she's doing it for, folks. She's not doing it for, she's gonna try to lie and say this for legacy and this is for the belts and nobody suffers. In the sport of boxing, nobody suffers like that. Nobody will move down and away. Now look, let me give you an example. Oscar De La Hoya was the cash cow of the sport of boxing, the face of boxing, right? And he went to the 160-pound division, right, to face Bernard Hopkins. But then he went back down to the 147-pound division and faced Manny Pacquiao. But that's Manny Pacquiao, 8th division world champion. One of the greatest that ever laced him up. To get that $50 million plus versus Manny Pacquiao, you will suffer for $50 million. But for K Scott, no. Claressa Shields is not going to suffer for a K Scott. She will suffer to want to look like Remy Ma. That's where she will suffer. So, as you all know, this fight is political nonsense. This is what you call belt padding. What Claressa Shields is gonna do is belt pad. It's like I said in my recent interview, with my recent video, and I said, you know what I'm saying, that you could compare this to what a lot of people felt Russell Westbrook was doing in the NBA, where he was stat padding his triple double, which I said in the video I disagree. Russell Westbrook was one of my favorite players, and what he was doing is incredible. But there is such thing as people trying to stat pad. Hey, yo, I could get a triple double. Let me hit let me take a shot, but let me miss it and let me grab the offensive rebound so I could complete the triple double. That's what Claressa Shields is doing, going back to the middleweight division, fighting a girl that we already know that she's not even, look, folks, she's not even ranked. K Scott is not even ranked. That is unheard of, ladies and gentlemen, that a champion that got 2 world titles, and we all know how she got it. She got it on vacancy. She tried it once, and those belts been vacant for such a long time, right? So it was just political move. So K Scott's not even ranked. K Scott is not even ranked top 500. Go look it up for yourself. If y'all want to fact check me, she's not in the overall ranking. She's in the ranking as a middleweight. She's not in the overall ranking. Do you know why? Because she doesn't even have enough experience at the professional level to be ranked. Thus, look who Claressa Shields look who she's fighting. But again, she's suffering to look like Remy Ma. That's what it is, folks. Because again, like I said at the beginning, no fighter of her stature will suffer for a K. Scott. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, people are going to be like, oh, what about Amanda Serrano? Amanda Serrano went to fight Katie Taylor and then moved back down. Amanda Serrano suffers to go to the lightweight division. She's a very, very small woman. You know what I'm saying? She's a natural featherweight, 126 pounder. She needed to eat drastically just to go and make the weight in the lightweight division when she moved two division and 3 divisions to dare to be great to face a Katie Taylor, which it wasn't comfortable for her. She just put on too much weight just to make the fight. She slims right back down. You know what I'm saying? So some people are gonna be like, yo, but she moved back down. No, that's her natural weight. Shanae Shields suffers to cut weight. She suffers. She loses 20 pounds to just make 20 to 15 pounds just to make the heavyweight division. She needed to slim down. Look, she almost walk around the 200 plus. She has to slim down almost 40 pounds to go to the 160. So that's not who she is. She's not 160 no more. Yes, she performed when she was earlier in her career, but that was cutting weight. Amanda Serrano, even at featherweight, she eats. She eats on the same day on the weigh-in, the day before the weigh-in. Most fighters do not even eat on the same day. They gotta weigh in because they cutting weight. Amanda Serrano eats. She eats a 4-course meal. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a very, very small woman. So for the people that's gonna be like, oh yeah, but some fighters does move down. All I'm saying, they'll move down for a great fight. For at least a fighter that's ranked, but a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather is not going to move from 147-pound division and going to move down to the 135-pound division. Floyd Mayweather is not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a fighter, let's say like Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. He went to the heavyweight division and moved back down. But guess what? When he went to the heavyweight division, he didn't even clock 200 pounds. He clocked in at 194 pounds to fight John Ruiz. He couldn't even clock over 200, yet still falling in the heavyweight division. So he came right back down, looked at sluggish versus Antonio Tarver, and then the second fight, he did get knocked out. But that was the biggest mistake that he could make, because in all actuality, Roy Jones Jr. didn't have an end to prove to Antonio Tarver. What does Shanae Shields has to prove to come down to the 160-pound division? First, you say you wanted to come down to the 160-pound division for Price, right? You didn't fight her. London Price, you didn't fight her. You're not fighting the Alicia Baumgartners of the world, or you're not getting the catch weight. You're not fighting a Katie Taylor or Chantel Cameron or even a Michaela May or nothing like that. Not even a Natasha Jonas that called you out before. So what are you doing it for? Why would a fighter suffer to make weight for a K. Scott? You the GWO. As a matter of fact, even if a K. Scott, I'm going to tell you like this. You're the GWO, supposed to be the GWO. A K. Scott, it's her job to go to you where you at comfortably to dare to be great. Just like Terrence Bud Crawford was at 154-pound division. You want Canelo Alvarez, you move up. You can't make Canelo Alvarez go to the 154-pound division. You understand what I'm trying to say, folks? See, I know boxing, and this is not a boxing move. The whole card is not even a boxing move. Shanae Shields' career, boxing career, in my opinion, I've said it before, is done. It's all about branding. So she's a boxer, and that's what they've known her for. She can't be a sex symbol. She doesn't get endorsement, but they could still make money off of her in the rims of boxing. But it's just about branding. People can make money off of her. So why would they just get K. Scott, belt pat, title pat, like stat pat, your legacy, so you could say, oh, you did it for the belts and you're a 21-time world champion. But it's really just to keep on making money off her because they give her a $3 million bonus. They have to recoup that. They have to pay her, you know what I'm saying, whatever she signed. Maybe she signed that her minimums is a $1 million guarantee. But we all know that she can't sell with nobody else. You understand what I'm trying to say, folks? She can't sell with nobody else. We know who's gonna be selling that fight. It's gonna be big legs to Seki. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. And Ray J and Orlando Brown. That's who's selling the fight. Nobody's talking about no Shanae Shields, and people don't even know who K. Scott is. No disrespect, but let's be real, let's be honest. You're not even ranked because you don't even have enough experience in the professional level. They're just hoodwinking the fans, and there's gonna be people out there like Shanae Shields fans. Oh, you're a hater. No, you just don't know boxing. At least learn boxing from the boxing pundits. Now, there are channels out there that talk about Shanae Shields and her situation when it comes to Remy Ma's husband and Remy and the other whatever drama that she has. But from a boxing standpoint, from a boxing channel, I'm letting you know what it is. I just don't want you to get hoodwinked, folks. This is not really a fight. It's a political move. It's branding. It's not a fight. She doesn't have anybody to fight, but she's still young enough. She could juice, and they trying to just juice her out, milk her out. That's what they're doing, and it is what it is. I mean, she's gonna get paid. They're gonna get paid, and that's what it is. But even after this event, what's next? What's next? Hopefully, she doesn't balloon up. But her sole purpose and her motivation is to slim down, so at least she could fit in the clothes that Remy Ma models. That's what it is, folks. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, punch run.